Hey, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing great. It's the beginning of a new year, so let's look ahead at 10 promising sci-fi and space games up for release in 2024. Do keep in mind that all these release dates are subject to change. Number 10, Stalker 2. Developer CGS Game World, release date first quarter 2024. Science fiction survival fans will have a great time with Stalker 2, aimed to be released somewhere in the next few months. Stalker 2 places you once again in the Zone, a post-apocalyptical dark science fiction landscape around the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. As a sequel to 2007's Stalker predecessor, you will have to fight and survive your way through a whole variety of dangers, from unnatural hazards, general harsh conditions and hostile locals. With the non-linear story, advanced AI-driven enemies and the graphics being powered by the Unreal Engine 5, Stalker 2 is looking to be a title worthy of being a next-gen title for GSC Game World, the Ukrainian developer that also brought us the Cossacks RTS series. Playing Stalker 2 in a dark and quiet room is either recommended or discouraged, because this depends on how much of a horror fan you are, because hostile locals will include horrifying mutated creatures that will have you jump up from your seat every now and then. Number 9, Helldivers 2. Developer Arrowhead Game Studios, release date February 8th. Released back in 2015, Helldivers was a huge success with a 92% review score on Steam. Arrowhead Game Studios will undoubtedly multiply its sequel's engaging and intense combat gameplay.
Okay, I'm covering you on the right.
Oh, there's loads of them. I'm switching to flamethrower.
Players will have to work together in this co-op PvE shooter to protect Super Earth as galactic peacekeepers. Fighting waves of alien creatures, you have a huge arsenal of weapons at your disposal. There is, however, a big change from the first Helldivers, and that's the shift from top-down to a third-person perspective. This really puts you in the middle of the fray, making the environment, and let's not forget the huge aliens, seem that much more impressive.
Got the Brood Commander.
He's charging me. I'm gonna thin out the crowd a little bit.
There are a lot of them coming.
This game seems like a ton of fun, especially with the need to work together, blasting away at huge hordes of enemy aliens, so be sure to check it out next February.
There we go.
Good job.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Number 8, Stargate Timekeepers. Developer Creative Forge Games and Slytherin, release date January 23rd. Start the dining sequence. Get ready to step through the gate into the Stargate universe in this real-time tactics game to defeat the Goa'uld. You will lead a team of specialists through a 14-mission campaign in a storyline parallel to the 19th SG-1 series Season 7. During the Goa'uld attack on Earth led by Anubis, your adventure starts. As a real-time tactics game, fans of the genre will no doubt recognize a familiar game structure reminiscent of beloved games such as the Commando series and Shadow Tactics. Each mission will provide a tactical puzzle to successfully complete the objectives. How well you're able to make the best use of each of your team members' special abilities will be key. Stargate fans have had to wait a very long time for another SG Universe title to come along, nearly 14 years, but the wait is almost over. Jaffa Cree! Number 7, Homeworld 3. Developer Blackbird Interactive, release date March 8th. With lots of shooters and sim games up for release, Homeworld proudly represents the RTS genre on this list. Get ready for some epic space battles. The Homeworld series is back with a standalone game and will enable you to once again command a fleet of ships with fully simulated ballistics and mission results that carry over to the next mission. Fans of the series can rest easy because the iconic mothership is of course back, this time both in vertical and horizontal mode. The campaign takes place 100 years after Homeworld 2, but will bring back a lot of memories for fans. Besides single player, you can challenge friends in 1v1, teams, or play the campaign in co-op mode.
The enemy is cunning and will adapt to overwhelm you.
Hold steady, I'm coming around. Direct hit. We will lock. Light them up. Keep them guessing.
Gearbox Software, who are now the owners of the Homeworld RP, mentioned that the game is developed for powerful modern hardware, so aside from awesome gameplay, Homeworld 3 promises to be a visual treat as well.
Leverage all your experience to achieve victory. This is where commanders are made.
Number 6. Capital Command. Developer Hellride Games, release date 2024. Have you ever wanted to be the captain of a capital ship and master every aspect of it, from customization and upgrades to maneuvering and combat tactics? Then Capital Command is a title you might want to keep an eye on. Publisher Hooded Horse is not new to the space combat scene, with Capital Command being reminiscent of 2022's release of Nebula's Fleet Command, which they also published. Players of Nexus The Jupiter Incident might also find themselves enjoying this game. However, instead of commanding an entire fleet, Capital Command focuses on you commanding one large capital ship. While this is a micromanagement heavy game and might not be for everyone, Ship Captain Sim enthusiasts have a great title to look forward to.
40 seconds.
Number 5. The Crust. Developer VM Studio, release date first quarter 2024. Seeing a small settlement grow into a large prosperous city comes with a large sense of satisfaction and pride, something all fans of city builder games will recognize. Fasten your moon boots and put in your helmet because the Crust will make your builder's dream come true. On the moon. Earth is starting to colonize the moon, and now you need to build a large lunar base both on the surface and by underground excavation, managing its colonists, resources and dangers. A campaign, along with an achievement system, will present you with different quests to complete, with developer VM Studio planning to add additional campaign chapters after release. It's no surprise that the Crust had lots of positive feedback from people during past October's Steam's Next Fest. With an impressive roadmap of next cool features such as orbital scanning of POIs, an online market and a combat system, the Crust has lots of potential for multiplayer as well. This is definitely a title to keep an eye on.
Will the moon be humanity's endpoint, or the beginning of a new path?
Number 4. Star Miner. Developer Cool and Good Games, release date 2024. With plenty of space games geared towards combat, it's refreshing to see a title that focuses on the mining aspect. Enter Star Miner.
Construction complete.
Keep expanding your operation, but don't attract too much attention, because who knows what might be lurking out there in the dark.
While a lot of space games have some form of mining going on, think of EVE Online, Elite Dangerous and Space Engineers, it never is the core of the game. With Star Miner, however, that's about to change. Only through mining will you be able to expand your cosmic empire. This can be achieved by constructing dynamic and customizable ships and space stations. Researching new modules and tools for your fleet is essential before moving on to new sectors of space. Realism and immersion are core design elements, demonstrated by the inclusion of Newtonian physics and stunning 3D environments. But don't lose yourself entirely in mining, because you will need to defend your growing operation from an alien threat once you become noticeable enough in your endeavors. Anyone wanting to play an ambitious space station sim with beautiful visuals will want to wishlist Star Miner for sure. Number 3. Frostpunk 2. Developer 11-bit Studios. Release date 2024. Frostpunk 2, as its very popular BAFTA-nominated predecessor released back in April 2018, lets you return to the icy wastelands of Earth to once again make sure your city will survive from the elements and human nature. Due to release somewhere in 2024, Frostpunk 2 will offer a familiar setting in which you will need to make sure your citizens basically don't freeze to death. What's different this time around, however, is your role as steward between the different political factions in the city. Developer 11-bit Studios is determined to make this title focus more on the conflict between humans and their nature. More details on this have yet to be released.
We see a lot has changed since the first game, especially the scale of our city.
City Builder fans will have another excellent title to look forward to. We will just have to wait and see when they can put a release date on their calendars. Number 2. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Developer Saber Interactive. Release date September 9th. Get ready to defend mankind against the Imperium's deadliest foes, the Tyranids.
Oh, the stink. Hold your nose, lad. These bastards can poison you with a stench alone.
Space Marine 2 is an action shooter set in the grim universe of Warhammer 40k. From a third-person perspective, you once again assume the role of former captain, now Lieutenant, Titus to defeat a Tyranid invasion. As the Emperor's finest, you have an elite weapon arsenal at your disposal to thin the large groups of enemies with, to then finish the remainder off in melee combat. Using a combat system similar to Evil Dead the game, you can follow up evade and parry moves with an execution-style ultimate, which will restore your armor derived from the strength of the enemy you have just defeated. September is still a long ways away, but fans will undoubtedly be looking forward to this title to see if it can take a memorable place in their game collection.
Here they come.
Number 1. Star Wars Outlaws. Developer Massive Entertainment and Ubisoft. Release date 2024. Step into the first Star Wars open world experience with Star Wars Outlaws as a scoundrel looking to make a life amongst the stars. You will play Kai Vess, who, along with their pet companion Nyx, allows you to explore a variety of planets with both cities and grand outdoor landscapes. Star Wars fans have been treated to excellent titles over the past years, with Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor, Squadrons, and of course the Battlefront series for both great PvE and PvP experiences. Outlaws is a new type of Star Wars game being completely open world, and for some it might be a relief to finally play as anything other than a Jedi, Rebel or Imperial.
There she is.
There's a chance that Star Wars Outlaws might be pushed to 2025, and I will definitely cover its developments, but if recent Star Wars game releases is any indicator, you will be in for an awesome ride with Star Wars Outlaws. What's your most anticipated sci-fi game for 2024? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe and ring that notifications bell to get notified about new videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.